Benjamin Netanyahu will be forced to watch from the sidelines as his opponent, Benny Gantz, is given the opportunity to give it a go. The former Israeli military chief of staff has been given 28 days to try and piece together a working majority. But if, like Netanyahu, he's unable to find a path through, Israel could be back on track for an unprecedented third election in the space of a year. Well, to help us understand what he might be able to do and what to expect next, we're joined now by Raoul Woodliff, political correspondent for the Times of Israel. Thank you for joining us this morning. As we've heard, it's been really difficult, actually impossible, for Benjamin Netanyahu to be able to form a government. So now the baton gets passed to his rival. Talk us through why it's been difficult for them to be able to form a government and what you expect might happen in the next 28 days.
Well, we have a fairly pure system of proportional representation in Israel, where all the parties any party has an opportunity to receive representation from the public if they pass the 3.25% threshold, and that means we have lots of parties in the Knesset and lots of different parties that need to work together in order to form a coalition with over half of the 120 seats in the Knesset. Benjamin Netanyahu didn't receive enough support either for his Likud party or for his rivals to be able to form a coalition, both after the April election and now after the September election. And now the task has fallen to Benny Gantz to try and piece together some of the different parties representing different groups within Israel in order to get that necessary majority.
You say it's time for him to try. We've already had 2 elections in a year. Will Gantz be successful, or do you think we're heading to a third election this year?
Well, at the moment, it seems hard to understand how Gantz could break the stalemate. Benjamin Netanyahu has gained the support of 55 of the 120-seat Knesset, and Gantz needs to break apart some of that block of the right-wing parties supporting Netanyahu. At the moment, it seems hard to understand how he would be able to do so, but he has 28 days, and it's clear that he's open to trying some creative solutions, bringing together perhaps different parties that may not have sat together in the past. It will be an uphill battle for him over the next 28 days.
In the background to this is, of course, the corruption probe into Benjamin Netanyahu. His failure to be able to form a government, what impact might that have on the corruption inquiry?
Well, at the moment, Israeli law doesn't specify that a prime minister has to step down from his position if he is indicted or charged in a criminal case, but a minister would have to step down. So there's talks of the potential of some sort of unity government. It's what Benny Gantz has said he wants. It's what Benjamin Netanyahu said he wanted. But it seems very unlikely that Benjamin Netanyahu would agree to sit in a government where he's not prime minister, given that if he was charged, he would be forced to stand down unless he was prime minister. So they're deeply connected, the political process and the legal process at the moment, particularly for Netanyahu.
Raoul Woodliff, thank you for speaking to us, political correspondent at the Times of Israel.